Nice, clean breakup. Excuse me. That guitar is distorted a little bit. Not when I pick soft, but definitely when I pick hard. There's also some vibrato on there. But mainly the character of this guitar sound is one of low headroom. The guitar is breaking up with the dynamic of the pickup magnets. Certain frequencies, like bass ones, are going to distort quicker. They have a lower headroom in general than high frequencies. See how that works? That's often not talked about in the realm of guitar gear. Is that it's not just that certain amps or certain wattages have high headroom and breakups at higher volumes, and that certain amps have lower headrooms. They break up at lower volumes. It's also that certain frequencies do. That's why people constantly talk about pushing treble frequencies when you're in a distorted realm, because they need help. They don't distort fast enough. The bass ones get over driven and too muddy before the treble ones start to overdrive. So that's why people like myself and other people you may have heard of lower the bass and boost the treble on preamplifiers. I won't go into my setup because I think gear is over talked about on the internet, but I'll just say that this is basically a deluxe, Fender Deluxe, a little bit of reverb, and boosted with a preamp, sort of like a boost pedal would. And then, of course, vibrato and that. But I want to talk about headroom in the realm of electric guitar, because what never gets talked about, at least in the guitar videos I've seen, is that your little ear hole here, you have two of them. I unfortunately have a hearing loss in one of my ears, so I'm technically disabled, but I still love music, and I still listen to it all the time and enjoy it, and can't imagine life without it. But both of my ears have a certain amount of headroom, which means that they can only handle a certain amount of volume, or signal in their sound waves. Like when you go to a loud concert, your ears hurt after a while. Mine certainly do, especially going to hard rock shows or punk shows, which I did a lot of as a 20-something. They're designed to hurt, and God bless them for that, but they do hurt, and the hurting of your ear comes from the headroom of it being overrun. It's going to distort. It's going to start to break down once it gets overrun with signal, and there's a lesson in there for practice, which is what this channel's about. The Ray Charles method. How to practice blind. Don't look at it. And the lesson is this: when you're practicing along with other music, you want to be at a certain volume, because you want to try to simulate as much as possible an environment in which you have to play for an audience. And the reason why you have to simulate that when you practice, insofar as you can, sometimes you can't turn it up loud, but if you can turn it up loud, do, because it simulates the headroom experience of live music in your ear hole. And that will, if you set up all your gear to accommodate a louder volume, you'll be more sensitive to matching the headroom in your ear with the headroom that you assign to different amplifiers or different guitar pickups, because they also have a kind of a headroom built into them. So turn it up loud. You'll also be able to hear the mix of the music better, because low frequencies distort sooner than high ones. When you're listening to music loud, the high frequencies will stand out more. They'll have more transients. And if you're playing along with music like that, it drastically affects the way that the feel of the instrument, um, how you experience the feel of the instrument. Like especially the right hand, the attacking hand. At louder volumes, you'll be able to really sense how your picking dynamic affects headroom changes in the amplified sound. And the more you can control your sound, the better. That's a good motto. Try to control your sound as much as you can. And maybe that is getting rid of gear, getting rid of options, and just relying on these options or these options. That's why some people like single pickup guitars, because they're kind of coolly simple, like they're honest or whatever. People give that metaphor. I don't know if honesty is a big part of it. It's more like the aesthetic of deprivation. You want to limit your options in order to discover yourself within yourself. It's like that old Chet Atkins story. Some dude said, "Hey, that guitar sounds great," and he put it down, and he's like, "How does it sound now?" With the implied bitch, but whatever. People can be insulting no matter what language they use, as our politicians have reminded us. Anyway, peace out, friends.